Welcome back. We're going to continue with this shape and form rendering demo, and what we're going to do is add color and texture to it. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is we're going to either use the layer that we have existing here, which is the layer, and I'll just go and turn that on and off so you can see what's happening. Okay, or we'll duplicate it so we can always preserve the existing layer. So let's go ahead and duplicate it so in case we change our mind, we can always go back to that. So what I'd like you to do is to go to your main layer. Okay, we'll turn it on and off again. Make that active. And I'd like you to go ahead and right click your mouse button. And what you want to do is select duplicate layer. Okay, go ahead and click on that. And what you're going to do is you're going to give it a new name. We're going to go main shape -color. Okay, and there we go. So that's going to be positioned just above the main shape. Okay, and again you can turn that on and off to check on it. Okay, not much happened, but let's go ahead and colorize that. So with that layer selected, let's go to image, click image, adjustment, and you want to go to hue saturation. Okay, click on hue saturation, and the key here is, you see these slider bars here? Now these will either give you a hue, adjust the saturation, and you can either make it darker or lighter, but nothing's going to happen until you hit the button here that says colorize. Okay, you see where my cursor is? Right here at the lower right part, section of the screen. Go ahead and click on that, and you already see a little bit of color happening on your object. Okay, so all you have to do now is to adjust these sliders until you get a color that you like. Okay, so now you can also make it darker. Okay, get that green, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, now if you want them to go a little lighter, you can slide the bar a little lighter, but we're going to keep it maybe right here so at least we can see definite color. Okay, so hit OK. All right, and then what you want to do maybe is to, now I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to share with you something that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split these two parts away from each other. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a separation line here that we drew in previously, and we're going to essentially use that as a split line, and we're going to remove this lower part, or actually we're going to remove the upper part and keep the lower part green. And I'll show you how to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our selection tool here. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to your path tool. Okay, go in your path menu, and what I did here in advance was I went ahead and I took the main shape here. Okay, and I actually went ahead and duplicated it. Now let's go ahead and make it active so you can see it. Okay, so what I did was I duplicated it and I copied it, pasted it, and then what I did was, let me go ahead and deselect this, I made a cutting line. So I basically took that path and I made a cutting line. Now you can see what I did. Let me go ahead and grab my selection tool here, and I'll go ahead and grab it, and you can see what it is. You see, I lifted it right out of that parting line. I adjusted that so it would kind of fit around the perimeter of my shape. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's going to be a great placeholder, but it gives you an idea of how you can create a parting line. Okay, and what I'm going to do with that parting line is I'm going to go ahead and make it active, and I'm going to cut away the lower portion of that rendering. All right, so let's go ahead and deselect. Let's make it active again. Okay, let's go back to the layer that we just rendered. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the upper portion. Right, we're going to keep the lower portion. So all we have to do is, with the green layer active and the path active, okay, all we have to do is hit the delete key and watch what happens. The green part disappears. Okay. And with that section selected, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and add texture, right? It's the second part of our demo. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and deselect. All right. And let's go back to the original layer that we had the shape on. Okay. You see how that shape is now active? So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and take that shape and we want to reveal some texture on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we can go ahead and duplicate that layer. Okay. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to kind of main shape textured. Okay. Hit OK. And then what we're going to do here, because this main shape, remember we removed the cap on it. So what's happening is we've got a big hole in here. So we're going to backfill the hole from beneath with a main shape and we're going to texture that. All right. So we're going to go back to the previous layer here where it says main shape textured. And we're going to go ahead and go to filter. And we'll go to noise. And we'll say add noise. Now you saw what happened right away. That layer now has a textured map. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and adjust that texture. Okay. And let's make it monochromatic so it's neutral. Okay. That's why you texture the plastic. And also it's a good way to cover up blemishes. Okay. So we're going to end this video here. And when we come back, we're going to take this same object and we're going to introduce a recessed and a raised detail. And stay tuned for that.